Hello, everyone. Nandrew Williams here for Treasures for Living Ministries. I am the creator of the Treasures for Living podcast and the CEO of Nandrew Williams Ministries. And also, I have a coaching and a training arm of the ministry called Syria Ministries. So today we are talking about Job. We've been doing a series on the book of Job, and this is part 4 in that series. If you have not watched any other part of this Bible study, can I encourage you to go online and check for part 3, 2, and 1? They're available. It has been a massive blessing to people. So we're going to continue today, and we have only been in Job chapter 1, and we've discovered quite a bit about Job. So Job chapter 1, and the last thing we talked about was about influence and about power and about having prosperity, and how when you have that, God uses it to bless people. So prosperity is not about you. It's not about you having the latest car and then, oh, God will bless you with all of those things. But it's about you serving humanity and extending the kingdom to those who are in need. That's what prosperity is for. I'm not saying you won't have a good house, you won't have good clothes. All of those things are good. The Bible says that when we serve Him, that God will give those things to us when we make God and His kingdom our priority. So today, I'm not going to go and read from the beginning just because of time. I'm going to go to the book of Job, and I'm going to start from verse 4. It says, so Job had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And verse 4 says, his sons used to go in turn and feast in the house of each other on his day, and they would send word and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So they must have been a united family. They must have been close. They must have been close. The Bible says how good and how pleasant it is, Psalm 133, when brethren dwell together in unity. So Job his family was united. The children loved each other. They loved to spend time with each other, and they did things simultaneously. They shared, they loved each other. So it's important that for us as Christians, we walk towards the unity of our home, that we walk towards having homes that are united. When the home is united, the church is united. When the church is united, then we can impact the nation. And, it's just like there's just this repeated thing about Meghan and Harry. I don't know why I'm saying that here, but, and I think about it many times about the king, his wife, and their children and their family. And I pray for them, and my prayer for them has always been that God will unite their family. And when I look at Meghan, I look at Harry, I look at Prince William and Kate, and normally every normal person should look at them and think, oh, this, and have something to say. But you know what? I choose to step away from judging them, because when I look at myself, I have so many faults. So who am I to judge somebody else? And besides, the Bible says we should pray for those who are in authority. The Bible says we should pray for our king. So we need to pray for that family to be united. We need to pray that God will resolve the difficulties. We need to bless them. We need to encourage them. And we need to leave them to God, because God is able to sort out anybody and anything that he thinks is not right. Anyway, unity. So here you see Job and Job's children. They're together. They're sharing fellowship. They love each other. Okay, so verse 5, it says, when the days of their feasting were over, Job would send for them and consecrate them. So he would allow them, have their parties, enjoy themselves. When I say party, I'm not saying do bad things. I'm just saying, and after they are done, you invite his children, you pray for his children, and he will consecrate them. So he, as far as Job was concerned, he was trying to bring up his children in the fear and in the admonition of the Lord. That's what the Bible tells us. The Bible tells us as parents that we should raise our children in the way of the Lord. Of course, when they are grown, they can make up their minds, they can do what they like. But our commitment is to ensure that we are raising up our children. And part of raising our children is ensuring that there's peace in the family. There's peace in the home. The Bible tells us in Genesis 1, it says that the earth was without form. It was void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. That's what the Bible tells